Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, a place where dreams take flight, with authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives and meaningful conversations, where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV. Download our app, USA Global TV. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. Thanks to our founder and executive producer, Dr. JACALYN KERBECK. Music score by Yeffy Tang from Cloud Road Music. Voiceover artist Mike Porter. Creative direction by Paul Garcia. USA Global TV and Radio, your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited.
Hello and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio. This is the It's Your Healthy Lifestyle show, hosted by the founder of this platform, Dr. JACALYN KERBECK, and myself, Roland Friedl. How important is your health and fitness to you? We show you how you can easily eat healthier every day, how you can improve your fitness and recover much quicker after your exercises and workouts. Families will learn how to optimize their children's health and nutrition. And finally, you will also hear how you live a long, healthy and fit life into your old age. Join us here on It's Your Healthy Lifestyle. Hello and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio. This is the It's Your Healthy Lifestyle show, and I welcome you. My name is Roland Friedl, and yes, you can recognize from my accent, I'm not a Native American or British speaker. I'm raised and born in a small little country in the middle of Europe in Austria. But right now I'm streaming from Sicily, from Italy. I'm here with my motorhome, spending the winter in the south and work from here online. So welcome, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us. And thanks for being back to the show. So if you're here for the first time, maybe I introduce myself. I said, my name is Roland. I have a business background. I was in the corporate world of the university. From the corporate world, I had a very fast career, meaning I haven't been the youngest member of board of directors in the company. I left the corporate world after 3 years, and I started my own business in different industries and areas. And with all this background, so around almost 30 years ago, I started as a trainer, as a consultant for big international companies. But as my close friends always said, Roland, you're not a trainer, you're not a coach. You're an entrepreneur with a lot of experience with what you can share with organizations or with individuals, because also do one-to-one coachings. Not only huge organizations worldwide, all around the globe. So I just finished some training for a huge UK company, international one, and I'll fly out to Lisbon to our sales summit from a big US company to do their sales summit. So that's a little bit my background. Besides that, I'm very engaged in men's work and also in health, of course. This will be the topic for today, but also in the environmental support. So that's a little bit my background. You can see here my contact details. So if you want to go in contact with me, just email me. That's the best way, but I will repeat it afterwards. So yeah, I'm a bit excited, to be honest. In preparation of the show, I became 60 last year, so I'm also 60, and the topic today is fit and healthy at 50 or 60. Sorry, not 15, rather 60 plus. So I'm also in the same range right now, but I feel really good, and I want to share with you some insights, what I do on a daily basis. But I have to start with a disclaimer. I'm not a medical doctor or something like that. Yeah, I'm a businessman. I'm a private person, a coach, a consultant, whatever you want to call me. But I'm not a medical advisor. I'm not a medical doctor. I only share what I do on a daily basis, what I do on my trips or wherever I am, And so if you have any health issues, please, first of all, consult your medical doctor. Okay, so good. Let's go into it. Yeah, being fit and healthy. I guess we are getting older and older. So actually, our generation is totally different than the generation before, or the generation from my grandparents or great-grandparents. So we become older, much older. But what I see is that we not only become older, but most people stay sick or ill longer. And I think that's not the goal, to become old and sick. So it's all about becoming older and meaning fit and healthy. And we can do a lot of stuff on that on a daily basis, with quite simple stuff that I want to share with you what I do on a daily basis, no matter where I am. And no matter how much time I have, there is always a time slot where I can do something for my daily health and fitness. Before we start, I also want to announce that if you want have more details, you're also more than welcome to contact me, or please write into the. You can also write to me during the show because this show is live. So get in contact with me. I'm more than happy to help you out. So I found 7 points more or less, and maybe there are more. It's not about being complete. That's what I do on a daily basis. What is important for me and friends of mine who are also under 60 plus and also very fit and healthy. I have to say, maybe you will say, well, in my teenager years, I smoked, I was drinking or stuff like that, or I didn't really work out. I was not much into the sport. It's first of all, it's never ever too late to do a restart. First of all, so what I found out also in studies is it's much better if you haven't done any sports and any good nutrition in your young age and you change now, than being very fit in your young age and not working out anymore since years. So it's never ever too late for a change, for what I call a lifestyle change. So, okay, let's start with number one. I think what's very, very important, and I bring it on the last one, is nutrition. I want to bring it on the last one. So I want to start with sports, with working out. It's the older we become, the more important we become. And to be honest, all the 7 points I will bring out today and share with you is they're for every ages, but they're slightly different. You have to adapt the older you become. Let's start with sports. So what I found, I was always very sportive, but what I found out, the older I become, is there's a slight change. I'm not so fast anymore. Actually, I'm more flexible than in my 20s because I practice yoga, do a lot of stretches. So my flexibility is much, much better, but I'm not so fast anymore. I'm not so strong anymore. My muscles are not so big anymore that they used to be, but it's not about that. So what I found out, I do work out on a daily basis, at least 20 minutes. 3 times a week, I go 40 minutes. What I'm doing is that I love sports. So I love working out. Actually, I'm here on a camping site. They have a small outside facilities. I'm working with rubber bands. I'm working with TRX. And so I work with my own body weight. I'm not going to the gym anymore. The reason for that is I love to travel around in nature. So I avoid cities. So there's no chance for me to be a member of a gym. When you stay in a city, sign up in a gym. If you love to work out in a gym, that's fine. But you can also work out with your body weight. So for me, it's very important to work out on a daily basis. But as I mentioned, the older I become, my training totally changed. So it's for me, it's not about building up large muscles again, like a bodybuilder. It's more about sustaining. Keep my muscle structure, especially my core muscles. So I do, as I said, I work a lot with my own body weight. But before I start my workout, I stretch a lot. So I found out the older I become, I have to stretch more. I do a lot of stretching. I do some yoga practicing, but a lot of stretching. Really, really a good warm up. Well, before I start, what my favorite one is, but please, if you're overweight, don't do this. But if you're in a normal shape like myself, I love rope jumping. That's for me a cool warm-up for me. So it brings me really up. It warms me up. So I love rope jumping, some stretching, and then I do some weightlifting with my own body weight, as I said, with some kettlebells. That's what I do. But you also can do a lot of cardio. So I'm a runner. I love to walk. I walk my dog. I do an average of what I found out because I did a show last 2 weeks ago about 10,000 steps for your health. So I was monitoring my steps just to be sure that I don't talk any bullshit. So what I do on a daily basis. So my average is between 13,000 and 16,000 steps a day. So that's about 6 miles. 6-7 miles, hope it's correct. It's about 10 to 12 kilometers. I walk every day with my dog, but I don't do it in a row. So I do it in the morning and a little bit at lunch break, and then I walk my dog again in the evening. So in total, so the 3 walks together in total are around 15,000 steps, more or less. Some people like to run, some people like to bicycle, swim. Everything is fine. Do cardio. It's really good for your heart. Play golf. Go hiking, whatever you love to do. Do sports. Move. It's not only good for your body conversion, it's also very good for your brain, especially people who suffer from diabetes. Exercise is very, very important. People who try to avoid dementia. We also know that besides nutrition and other stuff, it's very, very important to exercise on a daily basis. The best one for me to exercise is in nature. With a question, how can someone get into shape very quickly for a special event in 30 days? Well, good question. The point is, the older we become, it's more difficult to do it on a short range. When you healthy, meaning when you get the okay from your medical doctor, the medical doctor say, okay, you can go. Of course, you can increase, meaning change your diet totally. We'll talk about the diet a little bit later. You can really increase your intensity of the sports when you're training for an event, for a marathon or half marathon or golf tournament or a tennis tournament. But I only recommend this really if you're really healthy, if you're fit, and you just want to prepare for an upcoming event. But when you start from zero, please take your time. Please. What you missed the last years, you cannot speed up in 30 days. That's impossible. And it's not good, especially when you're 60 plus. So again, first of all, medical checks if you're okay, and then go for it. The other thing is, there's another question. How do you feel about group fitness classes versus working out alone? I strongly believe for beginners, or let's say for restarters, beginners or restarters, just for your motivation, I guess it's very, very helpful when you have a peer group, when you join fitness classes in a gym or outdoor classes in your community. It's much more inspiring and much more motivating to go back to your daily workout, to the daily sport. I absolutely recommend do it in a group, or if you don't like to go to the gym and fitness classes, for example, if you want to hike or run, maybe you have a buddy, a good friend who wants to join you for a hike, a dog walk, a long distance walk, for a run, for a bicycling tour, whatever. It's very good for motivation. And the thing is also, to be honest, when you restart again, or when you start for the first time, sometimes, I said, oh, I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to go for a run. It's raining outside. So, there are so many excuses not to do it. I remember I had a break with my workout because I had 2 surgeries. Some stuff broke in my body from martial arts. And so I had a longer break from working out. It wasn't possible to work out on weightlifting. So to go back on track, it was in the beginning a little bit challenging for me, because you get a little bit lazy and stuff like that. So I had a friend of mine, and we always met at the time I was living close to a city, half an hour away from a city on an island. So there was a gym there, and we always met at 5:30 in the morning there at the latest. So I always showed up because I didn't want him that he gets up in the morning and I'm not showing up. So for me, it was very supportive that I know, okay, even if it was hard for me in the morning to get out of bed and drive to the gym 20 minutes, I showed up because a friend of mine was waiting there. So for me, it was a good motivation, a good support. So I recommend, especially when you start again or restart, is joining fitness classes or joining a peer group or do it together with a friend. That's absolutely it's a good question. At the moment, I work out by myself because I'm self-motivated, and for me, the workout is not something I have to do; it's something I love to do. So I don't feel good when I miss it out, because sometimes I miss it out because there's a lot of business stuff going around or something, or I'm on a trip, traveling. Um, yeah, but yeah, I love to do it. So working out is important. Any kind of sport that supports you. The best way is always be outside in nature. It's the best way because, by the way, you get some vitamin D from the sun, you get fresh air. There are many other positive side effects from working outside. But as I said, when you're a restarter or just a starter, maybe you have some health issues, maybe you have some overweight, please, first of all, contact your doctor. That's the first thing. So after workout, very important is relaxing time. So have enough relaxing time. The older we become, it's the chances are higher that we get injured or something like that, or we overtrain. So especially for beginners or restarters, don't too much in the beginning. So start slowly. There's another question coming in. How about horseback riding? Does this count as an exercise? Good question. I'm a horse rider, and I was a professional when I was a student. I was joining tournaments. Depending, when you just have a nice ride on the beach or in the forest just to relax, that's not really exercise. But when you really train hard for a tournament or stuff like that, then it's a kind of workout. It's a kind of workout, but it's not enough. Especially, it's a kind of workout, but it's not enough. And I remember when I was in my student years and I was a professional rider, I did a lot of workout in the gym to get a good muscle structure, a good body composition, especially the core muscles, very important when you ride. It's a nice exercise, but it's not enough. So let's do it like that. Okay, so after workout, as I said, relaxation is very important. Get enough sleep. I know some people, the older they become, the less sleep. I don't know how the term is in English, but we have a German term for that. We call it the senile Bettflucht, the senile escaping from bed. The interesting thing is, the older I become, I sleep more. I sleep almost as much as in my students' time. So when I was very active in my business between 25 and 45, 50, I slept less because I was working a lot and pushing a lot. Now I'm not retired. I still work, but I don't push myself so much anymore. So I sleep more. The last, especially when I came here in Sicily. I don't know. Maybe it's because I spend so much time outside in the fresh air, in the sun, the wind, the waves when I go swimming and something like that. I sleep 6 to 7 hours now, sometimes 8. So this is really good. Yeah. So relaxing is very good. Relax. If you can, if it's close to me, maybe you use a weekend on a day spa, or go for a weekend on a spa hotel, get some massages. That's very helpful too. Can I spot, reduce, and get rid of my beer belly? My wife's hated. Okay, beer belly. Well, actually, I never had a beer belly, but I'm not a beer drinker. Funny thing, because I had a conversation with one of my neighbors here, and I said, "Do you drink beer?" And I said, "Well, I don't drink beer much." I will explain it later in the show afterwards when we talk about frequencies, because beer has actually alcohol itself has a very low frequency, and beer has a very low frequency, and the lower frequency than wine. So I'm not really a beer drinker. When I open a small bottle of beer because I do some barbecuing, I told my neighbor and I said, "You know what? It takes me 3 to 4 days to finish my beer. I also have a sip a little bit because I'm a water drinker. I love water, non-sparkling water. I drink only water, but sometimes it's a little bit boring. So I open up a bottle of beer, but I can have 3, sometimes 4 lunches or dinner with the beer. Just sip a little bit, get the taste. That's good. But to come back to your question, can you reduce and get rid of beer belly? Yes, you can, by just stopping drinking beer, first of all, and then with the sport. If you continue drinking beer, if you continue consuming a lot of carbs, you can do as much sport as you want. You're going to get rid of it. And another thing is, it's a myth. You cannot get rid of a special part of your body fat. Yeah. So if you lose fat because you're working out and you change your lifestyle by nutrition, I will talk about nutrition a little bit later because it's the most important thing, I believe, 80%. You will lose everywhere your fat, not only in the belly, but you can, for example, when I did a longer break from working out, and I already, because I really was a little bit frustrated because I couldn't go to the gym or do any sports after my surgeries. I also had bad eating habits because I was frustrated. So I had more carbs and stuff like that, bad carbs. So I was gaining a little bit weight. And when I lose weight, first of all, you can see it in my face. That's the first thing you can see it in my face. And then you see it on my belly. But yeah, if you want to reduce belly fat because of drinking beer, stop drinking beer. That's the first thing. Stop and drink, reduce carbs, and work out. Do some mixture of workout and, of course, I missed the word. Sorry for that. Do some cardio, walking, running, whatever. Okay. So we have relaxation. So relaxation is very, very important. Relax. When I mean relaxation, I also mean, and that comes to the next thing, surround with positive people. Shut down the TV set and the radio station, especially mainstream media, with all this negative stuff, because you cannot really relax when your head is full with negative energy, with fear, with worries, with anxiety, stuff like that, because you listen, there's a war there, there's a attack there, there's a catastrophe there. So avoid negative information like that. So this is also very important. Relax. So surround yourself with positive people. Get rid of negative people. Actually, I cut off 3 people the last 2 weeks. They're so negative, so energy suckers. A friend of mine who was with me 20 years, another one for 1 year, another one for remember 7-8 years. I just cut off because I couldn't stand the negative energy. So surround with yourself. That's number 4, and there's a little bit relaxed. Also connected with relaxation is surround yourself with a positive community. Stay around with positive people, mindful people, positive people. Stay away from negative people. Stay away from negative news. It's not really helpful. So nature is one of what I love is spend as much time as possible in nature. Some people always ask, Roland, you always never get sick, you don't have a flu or something like that. Yeah, the reason for that is because 90% of my daytime when I don't sleep, I spend outside. So I work outside. I sit here outside with a beautiful beach. I work outside. I cook outside. I eat outside. I walk, as I said, my dog. Do my dog walks. I do my workout outside. So 90% of the daytime I spend outside. I just in because I produce this TV show. I'm in when I sleep, but I'm 90% outside in fresh air, in nature, a lot of sun, good for vitamin D. So and I don't meet a crowd of people inside. I avoid supermarkets or a location with a lot of people. So I don't get any viruses or bacteria from other people. That's why I stay healthy. So spend as much time as in nature, beach walks, and what is very, very healthy is also forests. We all know that all these trees have an amazing energy. So stay in nature. So we had community, nature, relax, workout. Next thing, brain training. I think it's so important. The older we become, that we also train our brain, especially when you retire, when you have, not in the job, in the business anymore, no analytics, no data, whatever it is. Train your brain, meaning avoid passive stuff like just watching sitcoms or any movies. So read. Maybe you learn something new. Maybe you learn something new that you always wanted to learn. Maybe a new language. Maybe an instrument, doing or anything of art. Or so always stay in the mood of learning. Always stay in the mood of being curious. Yeah. So brain training is very, very important. So also use your brain. The more, the better, the better, the better. Absolutely important also to avoid dementia. So brain training. I would say never stop learning. Always learn something new. I don't know, sign in a course, in an online course, or in any classes. Or when you, what I'd always love to do is when I travel, I always sign up for a course. Maybe it's a cooking course or I only want to learn something in a different culture and in a different surrounding. So stay in a learning mode, stay open-minded, stay in a learning mode. It's so good. It's so healthy to stay open-minded and learn something else. So train your brain, train your brain. Sorry for that. Okay. Brain training, very, very important. As a community, surround yourself with positive people. And now, last but not least, nutrition is very, very important. I strongly believe in nutrition, especially when you want to lose weight. 80% is nutrition. I see it very, very often, especially, with New Year's resolutions. People want to change something, want to lose belly fat, for example, a beer drinker. And then they go to the gym, or they run around or walk around, and they don't have any good long-term results. The reason for that is that most people start too fast on workouts. They get exhausted, and then they're hungry, and then they believe, okay, I did some workout, and then they eat. The point is, and then this is the negative news is, you're gonna burn less calories during your workouts and your cardio than you believe, than you maybe would love to believe. And then people say, oh, I burn 1,000 calories, so I eat 1,000 calories. No, that's most of the time it's less calories you burn. So there's really one trap that people starting working out, starting doing cardio, feeling hungry, and then they eat. And it's not a good choice. So you also have to reduce your calories and eat the right stuff. I'm a huge fan of how to call it, of protein. I don't use protein shakes that much, to be honest. Protein is very, very important. Some people say the older you become, you need less protein because you're not growing anymore. Yeah, but you want to still be in shape and you want to work out and you maybe build up some muscles or keep your muscle structure. You need protein, otherwise it's not working. Yeah, you need protein. So and I will tell you a little bit about my personal diet. Yeah, but it's my personal one, and I don't care if you're vegetarian or meat eater. I don't care. But what I highly recommend it: eat as clean as possible, meaning as natural as possible, as less processed as possible. The best way is cook for yourself. I love to cook for myself. I go very seldom to a restaurant, to be honest. I don't buy stuff at the supermarket. I only buy from local farmers, so I know the products they're coming from. I will always cook fresh. Nothing. I don't buy any frozen stuff, any canned stuff, or whatever. No, I don't eat processed food. So again, I don't care if you're a vegetarian or meat eater like myself. It doesn't matter. Eat as clean as possible. Some people ask me about how about organic food. If you're more in fruits and vegetables, I highly recommend organic, meaning no herbicides, no pesticides, organic fertilizer. If you're a meat eater like myself, I'm a carnivore, so I change between keto and carnivore. I can explain a little bit later what I mean by that. If you're not familiar with these terms, I'm a meat eater. I don't care about organic, because what I found out is when I buy organic meat, it doesn't mean that it's a healthy animal, a happy animal. It only means that, for example, this cow, this bull or whatever, was fed by the farmer or by the industry with organic or mostly organic soya and grains. Okay. But I don't eat meat from animals that have soya or grains, organic or non-organic. I only eat grass-fed beef, the natural one, because it's not natural for a cow, for example, or for sheep or goats or whatever, to eat grains and soya. That's not natural. The industry started with them to feed them much faster, so they can sell them faster to make more profit. So if you're a meat eater like myself, or you're a carnivore or whatever, organic is not the thing. It's about grass-fed. Grass-fed beef, meaning the cow is out eating the grassland, the natural stuff, and then it's organic anyway. It's organic anyway. Okay, so what I found out is that getting older, being low in carb, being high in protein, and I'm also high in fat. I eat a lot of animal-based fat because it saturates me. It gives me good, and I'm absolutely not gaining weight because I avoid carbs as much as possible. I have some cheat days, meaning like I have an ice cream, or yesterday somebody was celebrating their birthday. They invited me to a piece of cake. Of course, I do it. I enjoy it, but not on a daily basis. So nutrition is absolutely critical. The older you become, and what is very, very important, the older you become, and I have a lot of experience in that because I've been in this industry for 30 years with hundreds of doctors worldwide. The older you become, the more important it is not only the macros like protein, carbs, and fat. It's also about the micros. So I started supplementing already when I was 30 years old. So I'm over 30 years supplementing. It's so important. The older you become, because that all your cells benefits. We're getting older, and our cells getting older. We have, and what this means is that our cells don't have the ability, like when we've been young, to absorb all the good stuff from the food we get. So we have to boost them. We need boosters. We have to boost them that really to get all the important ingredients from the food you're taking in. And that's why I supplement. As I said, I started supplementing 30 years ago. In 1994. So in June, it's going to be 31 years, and I highly recommend supplement. Absolutely. It's really beneficial. And when you look at me, I'm healthy, I'm fit because I'm supplementing every day. But if you supplement, go as natural as possible. Don't buy any cheap pharmaceuticals, any cheap artificial stuff. Go natural, and get whole. I recommend whole-based food. So I take a product. I recommend it here. It's called Juice Plus. That's with me since over 30 years. Juice Plus, so like this, it's a natural product. It's different fruits, different berries, different wedges that are grown without any herbicides, pesticides, non-GMO. They harvest it in the highest point, they juice it, they take all the water out to preserve it, to have a powder, and to take away the sugar for people who are suffering from diabetes. The powder is in a capsule. And I swallow this capsule every day with a large glass of water. The capsule opens in my stomach. The powder mixes with the water, and I get all the ingredients from 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries. And that's the point, on a daily basis. It's easy, it's practical, it's affordable, and it's working. So if you want to know more about this, please contact the channel. USA Global TV and Radio, contact Dr. JACALYN KERBECK. She can help you out with the product. I highly recommend it. And by the way, for kids, it's for free, and she will explain it to you. Okay, so supplementation is very, very important the older we become. And I remember when I was started with supplementing, I told you I was 30. My mom at the time, my dad at the time was 60. My mom at the time was 52. And they started with the product, and I had an immediate change, even if I was very healthy and fit all the time. I even had a better sleep. I don't have this herbs here on my lips anymore. They're gone. My immune system was really boosted. I really feel good. Actually, my hair was growing faster. My beard, man, it's gray, but it's still there and it's full there. But with my parents, they have been older than me. You could see a tremendous change. More vitality, absolute more vitality, better skin, and they had more energy. Absolutely, and they felt really, really good. So I highly recommend, the older you become, please supplement. It's so important. If you want a very good product, from my own experience, as I mentioned it, 30 years of experience, and I wouldn't take it for 30 years if it wouldn't be good, please contact the channel. Okay, so short summary. So work out on a daily basis, whatever you love to do in the gym, by yourself, if you're self-motivated, because you're used to practice, or you join a peer group, you go out with a friend, or joining fitness class in the studio. It's all fine. Sorry, as long as you work out. Best way is in nature, of course, no doubt. But when you're older, don't forget to really warm up, to stretch before the training and after the training. So to be honest, I guess I use more time for stretching than for the workout itself, or even equivalent. Yeah, working out, I have enough time to relax. That's very, very important for me. I surround myself with positive people. I train my brain. I learn always something new. I'm working, I'm writing books and stuff like that. I do my training. I'm in a positive community with positive people, so I get rid of negative energy, and I supplement. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to contact me. My email address is the best way to contact me. It's office@rolandfriedl.com. For those who are listening, it's office@, and then I spell my name. It's ROLAND friedl.com. Roland Friedl. You're more than welcome to contact me. If you have any questions, want to go deeper, let me know. And the funny thing is, if you have time, join me for the next show, for the Mallorca Connection, because today I have an amazing topic. It's about frequency, being more happy and successful in frequency, meaning you can do and have everything in life when you're in the right frequency, in the right vibration. And it does also help you, not only for young people, but for older people, to be in a good frequency and to be positive, and then more positive people around you, more positive things come you, amazing things are going to happen in your life when you change your frequency. Okay, thanks for joining us here on USA Global TV and Radio. I guess we'll see a sponsor maybe. See you next week, same time, same station. And please, don't forget, if you love the show, if you love USA Global TV and Radio, there are more shows out there. There are many amazing colleagues who do really beautiful stuff here on different shows about nutrition, about cooking, about traveling, about art, writing books, theater, music, self-awareness, self-development. There's so many amazing shows every week here on USA Global TV and Radio. And if you miss one of them, go to YouTube. All the recordings are there. Sign up, hit the bell, so always get information when there's a new show coming out that's interesting for you. And don't forget to like it, to subscribe, and to recommend us to your friend. Thanks a lot for joining us. See you soon and the next show. Thank you and bye-bye.
Ever dreamed of hosting your own TV show, sharing your story with a global audience? Now's your chance to shine. At USA Global TV and Radio, we make it easy for you to create, host and broadcast your very own TV show. Whether you're a storyteller, entrepreneur or industry expert, we help you bring your vision to life. With our exclusive interview, live streaming and podcasting training, you'll gain the skills and confidence to captivate your audience. Our global platform ensures your voice is heard worldwide. Join our community of creators who are already making an impact, one show at a time. Step into the spotlight. Host your own TV show on USA Global TV and Radio. Book your discovery call today at usaglobaltv.com. Copyright 2025 USA Global TV and Radio. All rights reserved. Terms and conditions apply. To learn more, visit usaglobaltv.com.
USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents Steve Klein Art at steveklein.art.
My name is Steve Klein, born Manchester, England, 1953. My quest in my lifetime is to create artwork from my soul and the deepness within my wildest dreams and fantasies. In 2012, my heart stopped when I was given too much anesthetic for a minor knee operation, and this near-death experience took me to another multidimensional world, an out-of-body experience, and I was given the gift of being blessed by an overwhelming, burning passion to become, for the very first time in my life, an artist with an eternal, passionate desire to bring my art, which I've named multidimensional, subliminal, freeform art, to the world, as only 3% recover from what I experienced, and now in my golden years want to release my cosmic, vital energy through my art to allow people to be a part of my cosmic dance.
To learn more, email roccogoodwine@gmail.com. For VIP pricing, mention USA Global TV and Radio.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honored to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USA Global TV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dies. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. JACALYN KERBECK. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.